Hi, this is Dominic from Paphos Life, and in today's film we're taking an alternate route through Paphos. So let's have the map up first of all. And we're starting out in the village of Trimithousa at the top end of Paphos, and we're going to come down to the Tala Road, and from there we'll head down through other side roads to the Chloraka Road, and from there through Moutallos to the main coast road, and we'll finish off by going past Kings Avenue Mall and stopping at the harbour itself. So this is a route I sometimes like to go if I'm trying to avoid just if it looks like there's going to be a lot of traffic, or I just want a bit of peace and quiet, because it takes me all the way to a harbour, and I avoid virtually all the traffic lights and traffic, so I like it. Now, starting off, we're going through Trimithousa. This road is quite narrow, so don't go down here like Barry Sheen. Take your time. They have nice little Christmas decorations up on the left, not anymore, but they do. There's a nice little walk down there as well. It's a very small one, but it takes you to a little garden area. Trimithousa is a small village between Mesogi and Tala, the top end of Tala. Very nice though. There's a number of bars and taverns in it as well. I've never been to any of them, but they do seem popular when I drive past with the locals. Now, from this roundabout, make use of the little mirrors that they have on side of houses and things, because they do help you, because this next bit's like single lane only virtually. But there's a mirror just ahead there. Excuse the sun flare. There's always a little doggy there as well, it's quite cute. And watch out there as well. But from here on in, it's a lot easier to drive through. And there's no traffic. Because one of the reasons I moved to Cyprus was I was fed up with traffic in the UK. No, it's not the most usual, but when it was taking like 40 minutes on a school run for a drive that should have taken about 10-15 minutes, I just thought, I'm fed up with this. Anyway, as it's a quiet bit, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and share the films far and wide, and comment on them. The more you do that, the more YouTube will show them to other people. And if you want to help us out financially, go to our Buy Me a Coffee page at buymeacoffee.com/PaphosLife and chuck us a few coffees. All coffees are gratefully received. And if you want to get something back in return, go to our Etsy shop at etsy.com/shop/PaphosLife. And there you can get all sorts of memorabilia about Paphos, phone covers, mugs, t-shirt even, pictures, that sort of thing. Have a look on that. Right, up on the right here soon, we'll be going past an car electrics place just there. They're very good. I've used them in the past and can recommend them. If you want to get a lot more information on where to go for things like cars or even just buying furniture, go to our business directory at paphoslife.com/directory, and there's loads of stuff there. A lot of them have been places that have been specifically recommended by people on our forums. So, talking of forums, if you want to say hello to us, go to our Paphos Chat Facebook group or our Cyprus Chat Facebook group, either of them, and follow us on Facebook at Paphos Life, our Facebook page. Now, up here on the right, I think it was just there, yeah. There used to be an old figurehead that looked like Elvis Presley. Now, the only reason I mention this is that I'd driven past it for years and thought, that looks like Elvis Presley. I'm not sure whether it's supposed to be Elvis Presley or not. Anyway, the one time I mentioned this in a film, the very next day virtually, the next time I drove past it anyway, he had gone. And the film itself only got like 300-400 views. I can't believe that someone saw that and think, oh, I love that. So I don't know where it went to, but I obviously underestimate the power of these films. Anyway, they'll be coming up to a turning on the right soon, which we'll take. we only take this turning on the right because it makes the next turning afterward a bit easier. So we're turning right here. If we'd stayed on the left there, we'd have been heading back to the traffic lights just above Lidl. Those new tourist ones are those horrible new cameras. But we're going to be going down here. Then we will be turning left, heading to those traffic lights, but we'll be taking the first right. And the reason we do it this way is that it avoids us having to turn out onto this road across the flow of traffic. Now we can just turn into it here. So it's a little bit easier. And we're going to turn right just here. And please note that this next area is all residential, so again, don't go like a bat out of hell for it. You might run over a little kiddie or a cat or something. But you get a nice sea view from here. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, I've never actually timed it to see if it is actually quicker going this route, because it's obviously a little bit longer than just driving through the centre. I would imagine at lunchtime though, when the traffic's at this worse at the centre, this would be a lot quicker. But I've never done a proper time. It's just because I prefer not having traffic. So we're going to be turning left here. And they're gradually building more houses around this area, because like a few years ago there was a lot more farmland. There is still quite a lot of farm. You'll see it in a minute when we've just gone past the new roundabout. But so for a while this road was closed here on the left, but you can now go down it again. There's a lot of new builds on the left there. But beyond those new builds, there is a bit of farmland. And what there isn't is another way of getting to Paphos, because I've tried a couple of times. I seem to remember I did it with a 4x4 going over a very bumpy bit, but it's not by any means a shortcut. This is the best shortcut I've found so far. Or alternate route really, seeing as it's probably longer. So we're going to be turning left at this nice new roundabout. If you go straight on there, it takes you off of the traffic lights on the Chloraka Road, just next to where Pittigiga used to be. And turn right, you end up in Tala. We're going left. So you can see there is like farmland on the left. There's also, I think there's a garden centre and possibly a kiosk. There's also a little chapel there. The last time I tried, you couldn't drive down it from this side because the road, the track that you used to use to get to it has just been ploughed into the rest of the field. So presumably you have to go past the new build houses to get there. Excuse me. And now we're going to come down to the main Chloraka Road, which I've featured in many films. And this is a change for me, because normally one of the reasons I'd go this route is if I was going to go to a green point in Chloraka. But today I haven't got any green waste with me. This is the bit where you do get usually a fair bit of traffic. You've got to be patient. And on the left soon you'll see one of the gateways to Paphos that have been dotted around the place since 2017. There it is. They really do need to stick a new one of those up on the Yoskipu bypass by Neon Mall. You can no longer turn right there. Please don't. Those bollards get so much grief. So we'll go up to a traffic light and turn right after that. Oh, and on the left back there is one of the few places you can actually find a bank these days in Paphos. It's a Royal Bank of Cyprus, it was. Believe it or not, that's now my local bank, and I live in Pelemi. Right, we're going to be turning right here. On the left up there is an old Turkish Cypriot graveyard. It's all fenced off. And there's the green point just coming into view on the right. But we're going to go straight past it now. I hate snubbing it, but I didn't have anything to dump there. Now we're coming into the Moutallos area. And again, like there's much less traffic here. But it can change, especially at the top of the cliff we're going to be driving past, because there's a school there, and between 1 and 2, I'm not sure when it is, they all letting out their kids, and a Cypriot school run is no less painful than an English one, I can assure you. I mean, the worst one was when I was dropping our child off at ISOP, International School of Paphos. There you had a multinational school run, and each nation has their own standards, if you like, and it was just utter chaos. But they built a roundabout there, so it's become a lot easier, I'd imagine. Anyway, there's the school I was talking about, and I think it's Cliff Tops Restaurant or something like that it's called. And there's a nice little chapel on the left there, which I've featured before. Nice place for a little drink. This place is very popular with the locals, actually. Especially on the weekend you come there, and there's loads of cars parked along here. I'm going to be turning left. This is a very sharp turn. So if you're coming up this or turning left, make sure you indicate, well, basically as soon as you can, because that way people will know what you're doing, and it's a pain in the arse if you sit there waiting for someone to drive past you and it turns out that they were turning. And it becomes very apparent on that turn. This is another turn just up here like that. I don't normally moan about the locals, but I do wish they knew how to use their indicators better. So we're going to go left here. Mind you, stuff like road rage is much less prevalent here. And the only time I've had grief from somebody, they were some English bloke. So. Anyway, we're just going below the Moutallos and Old Town area. I'll show you where turning is soon, which will take you to Old Town car park and all that. But aside from that bit of Chloraka Road, I think you'll agree we've pretty much avoided all the traffic so far. Right, if you turn right there, I think that takes you to Tomb of the King's roundabout, and if you turn left there, you go up to Old Town, where the old bus station used to be. We're going straight on. And there's another school up ahead at the crossroads, so bear that in mind also if you're trying to shave a few minutes off your journey. There are various factors you have to take into account when you're navigating Paphos, I find, depending on the time of day and all sorts. I mean, for filming purposes, the best time to do it is on a bank holiday when no one's around. But then everyone goes, oh, it's so quiet there. But if I film like a drive through Central Paphos like midday, it is a real pain for me to edit. I mean, I could just have commentary while the car's static at traffic lights, but that's just boring, I think. And this is the school I was mentioning on the right. So just bear in mind that during between 1 and 2, this is a lot busier here. Now, if you go straight across this crossroads, you'll be at coming at the Kings Avenue Mall from the side entrance, but we're going to be going right. And this is New Butcher Boy Road, which nobody calls it, but that's where Butcher Boy moved to, just there on the left. It's one of the butcher boy. I wouldn't say it's an English butcher's, but it's almost like a delicatessen stroke butcher's, I guess, would be the best way. There's one called Moutallos on the B7, just above Paphos round, Papantonio's roundabout as well. But there are quite a few butchers dotted around the place, as well as what you get in the supermarkets. Now we're coming to the main coast road. This is the Paphos to Coral Bay Road. And we're turning left here. I normally find it nice and easy getting out onto this road as well, which is good. And we're just heading towards Kings Avenue Mall. There are a number of shops and cafes on the left, including numerous fast food places that are like local fast food, which makes a change from the burger joints, etc. We get a better class of food now. And there's also a photography guy just there on the left somewhere. I'm not sure. I think I might have just passed that already. But he's very good. We got passport photographs in the past there. I don't think you need them these days anymore anyway, but he did come highly recommended whenever anyone needs anything to do with photography done. Anyway, we're at Kings Avenue Mall roundabout now. There's the roundabout. Looking very spick and span. It's obviously rained fairly recently, which is good. It means it has a nice wash. And we'll go under Paphos Walkway and head down towards the harbour. And if you just saw the Catacombs film I did, that's on the left just here where I went in. No, it's quite a popular film, that was. It surprised me. I think there's something weird. Whenever there's rain about, people in the UK like watching a film on Cyprus because I think it gives them a little bit of solace that, like, well, it does rain there occasionally. Yes, we do have rain. We don't have enough rain at the moment. We need more. Well, actually, we need them to fix the Moutallos reservoir, and then we need the heavens to open. If that happens, then that place will fill up nicely very quickly. So all will be good. There'll be a film on that. Actually, it would have been out by the time you see this one. It was very nice seeing the reservoir when it had been drained from an artistic point of view, because normally when the reservoir's empty, then all the mud around it will be all dried and caked and looks pretty unattractive. But because it had just very quickly been emptied, it all glistened and it was shiny and all sorts of wonderful colours. So from an artistic point of view, it looked very pretty. That's the silver lining on that particular cloud. And here we are at the lovely Paphos seafront. All the flower beds have been restocked and it looks lovely, nice. I'll stop saying lovely. Unintended alliteration should be avoided. And this is the free car park they have here. Completely alien concept for the UK, that would be. I'm not sure what other countries are like, but the UK just sees car parks as a money-making venture. Yep, if you're coming up here, watch out. There used to be some bollards up the middle there, but they seem to have disappeared. Whatever reason. Trouble with the bollards, though, is that people are beginning to realise that how flimsy they are. They don't stop anyone who actually wants to drive over them, and I presume it doesn't damage the car if you do so. Anyway, that was an alternate route from the top end of Paphos to the bottom. It's worth doing if you're not in a hurry but you just want to have a drive with less traffic, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next film. Cheers.